Hey JC, what's up?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. What's up?
Um, Not much with me, but I'm here Wonder Woman,
Again?
because it looks like it's going to be an amazing movie because it had I forgot what percent it did. It had like a 92%. It might be more than that, but I can't. I thought I had it written down, but I don't. But it's like in the 90s, 90% rate on Rotten Tomatoes. So that's really good. So I'm like, I was, in the other video, the previous video, I was kind of nervous. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna be good, but looks like most people are saying that it is really good, like one of the best superhero movies ever. So I'm happy to hear that. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really give my opinion on that, but I'm just so far it looks good and I'm happy about that. It, it has earned $6.3 million overseas, over just like yesterday, because I think that's when it came out. And then it has earned $11 million last night in the US. Um,
Looks like
or
it's
or
doing
in
well.
North America, maybe. Okay, so yeah, so but there was a little bit of a just a little controversy in Austin when the Alamo Draft House, that's what it's called, right? The Alamo Draft House.
Yeah, it's Alamo Draft House, yeah.
Okay. They decided to have two screenings where they would only allow women to be in the theater, and some people got mad. You know, some men got mad because they didn't think that was fair. They're saying, well, if Alamo Draft House can do this for women, then why can't we have our own screenings for, like, maybe the next Thor movie or something like that. Um, and so, the Alamo Draft House had their own opinion. They had their own say. I think some people were saying that it's to, I guess, express girl power. And so yeah, that's what happened there. Um,
So basically, dudes are pissed off that Wonder Woman is being screened for girls before it's being screened for everyone else.
uh, I don't. I if I read the article correctly, I don't think um they were only showing girls at that theater. Only showing the movie to girls. I think they were just preserving two showings for girls. I believe there were other showings that anyone could go to. It was just one particular showing where it was for girls. Unless you read it differently. I read it to where it was just like
Yeah.
one showing, not like every.
No, I think I read it that there's gonna screen it for girls on tomorrow. Today they're gonna be screening it exclusively for girls today, and then at a later point, maybe I don't know whether it's gonna be today or it's from tomorrow onwards. It will be open for everyone. I'm not sure.
That's
That,
not how I read it, but maybe I just didn't look closely enough. Oops. um, so I guess my thoughts. Uh, okay, if they really did only save their only showings to girls, like Thursday night and today, then I think that's probably not as fair. I think it would have been okay if they just reserved one showing for girls while there were other showings of Wonder Woman that allowed anybody to go to. Like, I wouldn't mind that. But if they just specifically said, okay, at this theater, like this entire theater, like Wonder Woman will be only shown to girls
you
until
know,
Saturday, then I
you
don't
know,
really
I
agree.
read that article and the comments were disabled. I read
Mhm.
like two articles on it, and in both articles the comments were disabled, and I couldn't see what the dudes were pissed off about. Because nobody commented. Like there was no quotes, there were no interviews, there were no pictures or anything. On one hand, I can totally understand why guys would be pissed off because you know, like they've really classed Wonder Woman up because now she's wearing a skirt. She's still scantily clad, but she's wearing more clothes than the one in the 70s, and in the comic, she's always doing goofy things because it's basically a very hot, sexy girl positioned towards men and teenage boys. But right now they're trying to like they did like a few years earlier with Lara Croft Tomb Raider. They rebranded her and made her into a real fleshed out human rather than eye candy. So I think they're doing the same thing with Wonder Woman, and I think this might just be a stunt to show that she's more substance in this interpretation. I don't think it's a real controversy. I think it might just be manufactured to attract more females. They attract the female demographic toward the superhero.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see why. I can see that the reasoning behind the last part that you said, at least, where if they show a screening only for women, then that would attract more women.
Yeah.
Uh, but
So,
huh?
so what else?
Well, I would think, like, I'm trying to think about this as if, like, if somebody asked me to go to that showing, would I go? And I would say I would only do it for fun. Like, I wouldn't do it to solely like be like, oh yeah, like girl power, like girls only, woohoo. Like, I think I would just do it as like a fun thing to do. Like, yeah, cool, girls only, like that'd be cool. Like, I
The
wouldn't
press,
like be all feministic about it, I
the
guess.
article that you shared with me specifically had the word girl power in there.
Yeah. But I wouldn't necessarily go see the movie to like promote girl power. I would just go see it with a bunch of girls only, just as like a cute, fun thing to do. Like, just something different. Like, I wouldn't like go to this screening for political purposes or like
Yeah,
feministic purposes, if that
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. But I think that is sort of functional. I don't know. I think
Because
that falls under. I still think that falls under the category of girl power because when a bunch of guys get together and go for movies, we are not going for a political statement either. It's
hmm
just guys having fun.
yeah, I get
Yeah, movies are fun. Like unless it's like a historical, actual non-fiction period piece or something, I don't think there is much political merit in Wonder Woman. She's just a DC character.
yeah, but I feel like maybe the Alamo Draft House was trying to make it into a feministic thing. Like, oh, I mean, not that I would know because I don't like work for them, or anything. I'm not in Austin, but from like the stories and the comments that the Alamo Draft House were saying, it just that's what it felt like. But if whether or not it was for political or feministic reasons, I don't think there's actually anything wrong with showing a screening only for girls. If they, but I do think that if they only showed it to girls, um, and they didn't allow other showings in the same theater for men to go at the same time, or like men and women, whoever to go at the same time, then I don't know if I like that idea because then that means guys have to go find another theater to go see that movie, that night. Which, I mean, it's not like that's not like a really hard thing to do like in America because usually like theaters like at every popular place.
Multiplexes, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
I think I said everything.
Yeah, I think you did. Anything else?
Oh, I was gonna say one reason why I would maybe rather go to a showing where there's men and women is because I like to kind of see the reactions of both sides, because like sometimes men and women react to different things differently or to things differently to where like let's say there's a funny part, like a funny joke made in the movie,
Right.
it
I
might
get it.
some guys might laugh at it or and girls don't because they don't think it's funny or the opposite, vice versa. So I kind of like to see that reaction. Whereas if I'm going to a showing where there's only women, then I might not get like a full like
Spectrum of emotions. Got it.
yeah.
Nice, nice. All right, cool. So, well, I guess this does it for this little Wonder Woman discussion, and we go off air.